Hi Taurus, welcome to your Harsh Truth reading for May 15th through June 14th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. If this reading is about you and a person, this may resonate with theirs or even your moon, rising, or Venus sign also. All right, Taurus, what's your Harsh Truth for May? Typically these are romantic, but in light of what's going on out there in the world, anything goes at this point. It doesn't have to be only romantic. That's for Taurus. Harsh Truth. Damn it. Two of Cups. The Devil, that could be Capricorn. The Sun card, that could be Leo. Six of Pentacles, nice. Star card, also boobies, Aquarius. Okay, Knight of Cups, 1, 2, 3, Major Arcana. This could be Scorpio. King of Wands, that could be Sagittarius. Okay. So, what's going on here, Taurus? Okay. So what's this Devil card about for Taurus? This Devil card about? Page of Pentacles. What's this Star card about for Taurus? Star card about Taurus. So, okay, Justice, that could be Libra. What's this Sun card about for Taurus? The Tower, that could be Scorpio. Okay, so... Oh, you guys. This is kind of sweet. You both have the same idea about, like, what... I mean, well, it's shaping up to be about what's going on here. What's this Six of Pentacles about? So we got two sixes. So yeah, it is. This was kind of clear in the air. For the Tauruses I'm reading for, it looks like you two cleared the air here. What's this Six of Pentacles? Three of Pentacles, yes. What's this Knight of Cups? Okay, this was, you know what, this is like a blip on the radar. This is like, it feels like you two needed to have come to an understanding here. What's this Knight of Cups? The Hanged Man. Okay, so this feels like what was said needed to be said. And you two may be in your separate corners, but it needed to be done. It needed to be said. This is something that you two are going to eventually work out, but I think whatever was said is having you two take a look at your own stuff, which is a really, I mean, if anything is going to come out of an argument or a fight or some irritation, it's hopefully something you can learn from, right? At the end of the day, like, let's have it be productive at least, not just walk away with hurt feelings. At least when we calm down, we can learn something. And it looks like that's to be the case here, that this is eventually going to sort itself out. This is whatever came to a head needed to come to a head. And you two are kind of in your separate corners right now thinking about things and having some realizations. And for the Tauruses that I'm reading for, the cool thing about this is that you two are taking a look at your own stuff. You're not blaming the other person here. You're just like, oh my gosh, do I do that? Or, wow, I didn't know they felt that way. Or like, it's not just one person doing it. You're both willing to take a look at what has just happened and apply it to how you've been behaving or what your part in it is, which is really cool because you don't see a lot of that. Typically people are really easy or, quick to blame or, so the fact that even if it's not accurate, the fact that you're coming from that stance of looking at yourself or your contribution first is admirable and very much appreciated by your partner. And they're doing the same thing. They're trying to figure out what the heck just happened. And do I do that? And really, I didn't know that. Or, you know what I mean? I don't think that they found something out or you found something out and it's just like, oh my gosh, all bets are off. This is not that. This is you two having a row or some kind of big, you know, to do, and it ends up being like a learning curve, something that you both can learn from. It informs your relationship dynamic, shall we say. What else for Taurus? What else for Taurus here? Seven of Cups. What else for Taurus? That's the King of Wands, by the way. That's for Taurus for this King of Wands. That's for Taurus for this King of Wands. I should have showed you that. The Fool jumped. Whoopsie. So Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, King of Swords, and the King of Wands. So this is all about things are kind of up in the air right now, but there is going to be clarity. There is going to be coming back together after all of the dust settles on this, and there's going to be a return to stasis. This was necessary, though. Whatever blow up you guys had, whatever breakup, whatever, I mean, this could be work, but it, you know, got the Two of Cups here, but this is all about, again, for the Tauruses I'm reading for, because some of you are going to start throwing things at the screen in a minute, but this was necessary. This is like a learning curve in your relationship, and this is you two coming back together to sort things out and to figure out what your next move is. And this is actually one of those things that I had this friend, she told me in hindsight, we were talking about, you know, our relationships and whatnot. And she told me in hindsight, and I think everybody does this, that at the time you don't realize it, but when you're kind of getting closer as a couple, or you're kind of like headed towards that next level and you don't realize it, sometimes there's a lot of bickering, like intense bickering before you get to that point to where you realize, oh my gosh, I'm in love with this person, or oh my gosh, we're getting closer. And that actually is kind of nerve-wracking for me rather than a natural progression or transition. This is something that, like, I'm afraid I'm going to get in my own way on, or I'm going to ruin it, or whatever the reason is. Some people, when you're starting to kind of transition and get closer, some people that's a bit of a bumpy ride. It's something that kind of surprises them and it makes them feel out of control and it scares them. And that's not an excuse to put up with bad behavior or someone treating you poorly. No. But what's going on here is someone that, if that's the case, they will own up to it. They'll be like, I'm so sorry, I didn't realize I was doing that. This is not someone that's going to put you through the hoops or whatever the analogy is, you know, put you through the ringer or make you jump through hoops. There it is. To maintain that power. They're not doing that. They're just as gobsmacked at what happened as you are, and they're just as interested in resolving this. And I think this is one of those things that over time it'll blow over and you two will be stronger for it. But right now it's like, what the heck just happened? And yet you're both looking at yourselves like, did I do that? Did I contribute to that? What's my contribution? And so there's all this like, what the heck just happened? But there's going to be clarity. There's going to be making your parameters and what you want known. There's going to be those discussions. This is just kind of a learning curve. And I have to say that I really like that, again, the perspective on what did I do instead of that person's a jerk, or what did they should have this and that. That's just pretty cool. You don't see that a lot. So yeah, wanting to learn from it so you don't run into that again. It could be too, the crux of it too is that you two might be so busy elsewhere that you have very little time to contribute to each other, and that can strain things also. And that might have what tipped this off, what started the argument, is just that you two haven't been making enough time for each other. And then it just kind of went on from there. And it's like, this is needing to just get it all out and clarify things and come back together and set new parameters, because you two are, for the Tauruses I'm reading for, you two are kind of getting closer, or you're at that stage where you're going to decide what to do next. Maybe that's going to be a surprise to you too. Like, oh my gosh, is that what's going on? Is that what just happened? That was for Taurus. Let's see. That was for Taurus. I have to say, this isn't harsh truth at all. I mean, honestly, I kind of like this because I think you've been going through it for a while, Taurus. You've been kind of dealing with the slow, if I'm not mistaken, the slow decline of something. So this feels completely different than that. This doesn't feel like a decline. It feels like you two got closer and you're just now realizing it by realizing you haven't made enough time for each other. That's for Taurus. Let's see. And there's work. There's work. Perhaps that's what's causing again, lots going on, not enough time to be working on stuff together or doing stuff together or just, and it needed to come to a head. The conversations you're going to be having need to be had because you two are leveling up or going to the next level. And sometimes this precedes that, the bickering, the arguing, well, what do you want? Well, this is mutual. You both want this. This isn't one-sided. It's just other things got in the way, and then you two are like, and then there's oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I did this, or I didn't realize I did that. So good for you, and whoever this is, they're a keeper, because for someone willing to look at themselves first before they point to the other person, that's somebody you want in your tribe. And this isn't a misunderstanding either. This is like, it's not like somebody stepped in it and they've got some explaining to do. This is a mutual thing. You both, and then it was like you're both in your separate corners going, what the heck just happened? And wanting to sort it out. Else for Taurus. And you will. It'll get sorted out. But you both are very busy. You both are very busy. And let me take this time to say thank you for your service if you're an essential worker or first responder. Thank you. Flame tree, the start of something new. So is this you two taking things to the next level? Is that what this is? Okay, whoopsie. And reverse. I laugh because that's okay. So we got Taurus, Empress and Emperor reversed. So you two are out of sorts because everything is happening all the time and you haven't made time for each other. And there's this, things have gotten complicated and they need to get uncomplicated. And that's what this one's showing up to do, is to help you have those clarifying conversations and to see things clearly. This is not about continuing the bickering. This is coming back together, seeing things for what they are, apologies, and a plan moving forward, which you both are up for. But things are really chaotic right now. You both are working a lot. You both have a lot going on. So it's on both. You're both feeling out of sorts and that disconnect and the disarray. And it's like that. This is you two needing to come back together and work together to calm everything down. And it's not intentional. It's just something that kind of got away from both of you. And again, thank you for your service. If you're, whatever service you're providing, it's much needed because you two are both equally busy. And I think if you were to have it any other way, you wouldn't be as busy. You don't mind the service you're providing, but it feels like you need a couple days to sleep. So this is you two being able to course correct after this blowout, basically. Look at that. Emperor and Empress. Holy cow. Power couple. Okay. I hope this was helpful, Taurus. I hope you get some sleep, finally. Always working. Always working. I hope to see you in the next reading. I thank you for stopping by. You take care. You get some sleep and you take care. Okay, much love and support to you. Take care.